Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Lexus CT200 hybrid, and it's the SEL Premier model. This particular car is registered LS62WHH, and mileage currently showing on the vehicle is 35,736 miles. The reason we do these videos, very simply, is that we want people who are looking at this car or any of our cars online and in the adverts to actually see those cars actually in operation. We know to our cost, unfortunately, just how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which can look absolutely fabulous in the photographs and the description given, only to get there and find out that when you drive it, it's got a fundamental issue which shows up whilst you're driving the car. So that's why we do it. So it is critical in that sense. It's also done on these lovely quiet country roads close to our premises, and this actually forms part of the test drive route, so hopefully that means this will be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. This is early morning, the sun is up now and it could be a bit glary later on, so I do apologise, but I'm under pressure to get a few done, and I just have to get them done when I can, basically, so I do apologise. Coming to the car, beautifully looked after vehicle all the way through by the same Lexus dealership, right the way through, and it shows because it drives absolutely as tight as a drum. Car whirs into life, press of the power button there, it usually starts silently, sometimes with the engine as well, such as the way the hybrid system works, but there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other parts of the car. The hybrid system, it's been spoken about a million times before, but it is uncanny, is probably the best way to describe it, just in terms of how smooth the interaction between the hybrid system engine and when it comes in and out and does its various things, and how it all operates, because it is wonderfully smooth. It is completely seamless in the way it delivers its power. You put your foot down, there's no gear change, there's no surging, there's no shuddering, nothing. It's just a whole new world of motoring. And of course, because they're self-charging, there's no necessity to plug them in or do anything daft like that. It's a beautifully engineered system. Engine feeds through then into the hybrid system feeds through into the CVT gearbox. Again, as I've said, it's just seamless in the way it operates, everything working perfectly. As I said, literally as tight as a drum in the way the whole car feels. Steering on the car is lovely on this generation. It's a really nice power steering setup. Track's absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at all coming back through the steering wheel at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. But it's got a nice weighting to it. It's nice and positive, accurate on the road. Just it just feels suited to the car is probably the best description I can give. It's very nicely done. Sorry, we're going to come out into the sun now, so it's going to get a little bit glary. But it flows with the chassis. It does it's a very nice job of just making you feel quite special when you're driving along. The chassis itself, really nicely done, offers a very nice ride. It's well damped. It gives you really good composure over the bumps. It literally flows through corners, but makes the car feel really settled on the road. It's again very nicely done in terms of kind of what they're trying to achieve with the car. What I'm looking for in these road tests is just any sense that there might be any kind of noises coming from underneath the vehicle that shouldn't actually be there. It's sort of like rattles or anything like that. There is nothing at all, of course. It's absolutely exactly as you'd expect. Worth pointing out, the car today will be going for an independent MOT, so that'll be done. So they'll be checking these things anyway. Going to give the brakes a bit of a shove, make sure no one's behind me. Really nice brake pedal on the car, good, solid and powerful. I'm going to swing around here because there's traffic lights up there very rarely. See those, because that's the halfway point. I might as well turn it around here rather than there. Nicely, just little stubby gear lever, fantastic the way those operate. but the brakes are perfect. What I'm looking for with the brake pedal, by the way, is just obviously they've got to be powerful, but also that they don't give any sense of any kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through, and there is nothing at all. Absolutely spot on. Coming to probably my favourite part of this car, it's this interior. It's just absolutely sensational in here. You feel so special. You sit quite low, snug into it. You feel really wrapped around, and the detailing on here, it just looks absolutely fantastic, day or night. The backlighting on the dash with the little blue hue at the top. It's one of those cars that you get in, day out, and it's just got a really it's got a sense of occasion about it. You've got the lovely stitching around here, switch gear, all the writing, the labelling. There's the small things they've done so well, and all working absolutely perfectly. You've got a dual zone climate control system pumping out absolutely ice cold air, of course. Mark Levinson stereo, which if you love your music, is absolutely brilliant. And of course you've got such little background noise because it's so quiet. The sound reproduction's superb. You've got this pop-up sat-nav system at the top there. Again, lovely and clear, really legible, very simple and easy to use. But all working exactly as it should as well, by the way. It really is. And it's beautifully made when they really put these things together extraordinarily well. And in a rather different way from the German stuff. I mean, again, that's not deriding what the Germans do with their cars, but they tend to go for the kind of the heavy-handed bump, put it together in a very heavy way. This feels incredibly solid, of course, but it's just the way that all this little switchgear all operates and actuates, which tends to separate it from even some of its high-quality competitors. But just a truly lovely car, really is. Point of the video, as I said, is just to pick up on any issues there might be with the car. There's nothing at all. It drives absolutely perfectly. Any questions? Don't hesitate. Do give us a call.